Take a look out your window. There's a scene you'd like to catch.
Look out your window, baby. There's a scene you'd like to catch. Band is playing Dixie. Man got his hand outstretched. Could be the Fuhrer. Could be the local breeze.
Take how the globalists, for one audience, tell the truth and for another audience lie. Gary Hart wrote a letter 4 years ago to Iran saying the U.S. government will stage a terror attack in the U.S. to blame it on you. You better do what we say. Then We Are Change interviewed him. He admitted it after they could read the quotes to him. He first lied and denied it. And then he published it in the Huffington Post. But here's another one. Time magazine wants to restrict internet to licensed users. Time, in concert with pro-censorship groups, is backing a plan that would require a license, i.e. government sanction, for people to get on the internet. Proponents, radio host and conspiracy junkie Alex Jones. Kernel of Truth, Time published a story reporting on Microsoft executive at a UN Davos meeting who'd like to see licensing to combat anonymity, which the White House and Cass Sunstein called for, and which Time magazine said was good. I mean, this is crazy. So they even here say this is happening, but yeah, we are kind of calling for it, but still Alex Jones is a junkie. I mean, it's just idiocy. It shows their contempt for the general public, and I agree with you. I think they're delusional. I think they've got so much chutzpah or arrogance or bravado that they don't understand what's happening, Michael. I mean, when I say liberty's on fire, every major globalist agenda is crashing and burning right now. I'm worried about false flag stage terror attacks. What's your take on that?
Yes, I wish I didn't agree with you, but they probably will do something. People are going to die. They're going to try to terrify us into, following the government. Anytime there's this, like the World Trade Center coming down, a significant portion of the public will turn to the government to go protect us, save us, help us. And I don't think that's going to be as prevalent, but yeah, you're right. They will probably do something, kill people in America. But I think that most of our patriots, fellow patriots, will recognize it for what it is, and that will be their moment that they jump on board. We are going to restore this republic.
Well, I agree. I mean, look at Kurt Haskell with the underwear bomber and his wife and other witnesses. They aren't really 9/11 truthers. I mean, they've admitted that, but they like to keep that somewhat on the lowdown so the media doesn't make too big an issue out of it. And they called them liars, and then later it came out it was all true. The U.S. government ordered him to be allowed on that plane. That's mainstream news because we now have our people everywhere watching them.
I agree, and I strongly recommend that your listeners walk around with a video camera because you never know where you're going to see tyranny manifested. We do live in a totalitarian police state. That's obvious to anybody who's got their eyes open.
Naked body scanners violate child porn laws in the U.S., Canada, England. They're putting them in. Chertoff's making money off of it, who made the order a year and a half ago. Obama's continuing it. Clearly an act of domination, a way to make us submit. And now they've been caught lying, saying they don't record your naked bodies. I mean, when does government not lie?
Well, I don't know. I've been studying the government for many, many years, and there are very few instances of that. So, yeah, I am concerned about those as well. I mean, personally, I don't care. They take a photo of my body, but I think it is a violation of everybody's privacy, and we need to put an end to it.
Absolutely. We predicted they'd start videotaping TV and movie stars, and now it's been confirmed that's happening. The British government tried to lie about it at first, then got caught. I mean, it's just amazing. 5 final minutes. We're coming back in 70 seconds after this break to start the halfway point in the radio broadcast. Then at the 8 after Michael Badnarik leaves us, we've got Webster Tarpley coming on with one of the most important stories we're covering. The neocons are laying the groundwork for an attempted assassination of Obama. Top story at prisonplanet.com and Infowars.com. Obama is being blackmailed into attacking Iran. Neocons hype assassination attempt on president to be blamed on political extremists. Obama is the next false flag. They're definitely pre-programming the population for this, as they did before 9/11. as they did before Copenhagen, as they did before the flu outbreak. We told you 3 months before. We understand their operations. I'm telling you, they're moving on this front. Michael Badnarik, all I can say is I am so glad you didn't die, even though you did die for 10 minutes with that massive total heart attack. And it's good to have you back with us. We've got 4 minutes left, and I'd like to just get final comments, statements, words of encouragement, anything else you'd like to add.
Well, I'd like to invite you and your wife to attend my Constitution class on March 13th as my guest. I would love to, to see you again. Maybe we can have dinner when I come into town. But for your listeners, really, just don't give up hope. It's always darkest just before the dawn. I know that the New World Order is coming down with a lot of, really strange laws, but that's only because we are being successful in the liberty movement. Get to know your neighbors. Throw a little barbecue as soon as it warms up. Get to know your neighbors. Those are the people that you're going to need to rely on, if the electricity goes out or, when there's a little bit of social unrest. You need to know who you can trust, and you need to get involved with your neighbors now. Stock up on food. Get one of the solar power generators that Alex advertises. You need to be prepared, and you need to know the truth. So, continue listening to Alex's program, and if you'd like to take my class, you can find out all you need at constitutionpreservation.org.
And when we get up here and we say we're winning, we're having success, 10 years ago I was saying we're doomed if people don't wake up. I don't just get up here and cheerlead. Look at all the evidence. Look at the success we're having. That's why it's more important than ever that people that were fighting 5, 10, 15, 20 years ago and then quit, all that work they did decades ago is now bearing fruit. But now, make hay while the sun's shining. People's minds are fertile to be unlocked now. There is a awakening that's terrifying the globalist, and they're so greedy that the banks are openly robbing the planet, but they're now revealed. This is so positive. In closing, why do you think they've gone public with world government after denying it? I guess we're just to that point now. It's time for them to admit it.
I think their window of opportunity is closing. If you're a farmer and you've got all the animals inside the corral, you don't have to rush because there's no way that the animals can escape. But if there's an open gate someplace where the animals get out, you've got to run and try to close that gate to trap all the animals. And I think from their point of view, they do not have things completely in hand. Otherwise, there'd be no reason for them to rush, to try to push this through as quickly as possible. And I believe that it is, especially because we are waking up. I can't even estimate how many people you've woke up with your programs and your videos. When I was at home recovering with my parents, my mother and I watched the fall of the Republic, and she sat on the edge of the couch with her mouth open. I have to confess, I kept pushing pause to go, see, I told you, and then we'd push play again.
Well, I want to interview you. I keep meaning to do this for the next fall of the Republic. So perhaps when you do come to Austin, you can come a day early, and I can get you a hotel room a day early, and then we can come interview, maybe go to dinner that way. I would want to be a distraction at your event. There might be some COINTELPRO show up and say I'm not supposed to be there. But I'm serious. It's unbelievable. They're all over me. Michael Badnarik, I really appreciate you joining us. Let me say bye to you during the break. Webster Tarpley's coming up after I play a 4-minute clip of Ron Paul on the economic implosion in Europe. Webster Tarpley with key info straight ahead. Michael Badnarik, we love you. You're awesome.
You are too, Alex. Thanks.